Okay, hey, it's Joel, it's Monday, it's Story Pipe. We got 3 medical items for you today. Number 3, what about that genital herpes epidemic? Remember when 24 years ago Time magazine predicted that herpes would be rampant? Okay, hold on a second. 24 years ago, I don't exactly know who Story Pipe thinks is watching this. 50-year-old men? It's probably 24-year-olds who are watching this in the first place. You know, I don't think the 50-year-olds really care what I have to say to them about the universe. So I'm going to say no one remembers this study from 24 years ago. I didn't know there was a study from 24 years ago. I was 9. If I was interested in genital herpes when I was 9, I was a little advanced. And I was not advanced. I was late. I was a late bloomer. In fact, I think it happened just yesterday. Okay, well apparently there is no herpes epidemic. You know, it's this super infectious disease, genital herpes epidemic. 11% of men and 23% of women carry the genital herpes or type 2 virus. Among people in their 20s, the infection rate was almost 11%. Okay, and that's from the Center for Disease Control sampling the blood of 11,000 people. This means that herpes infection levels are back down to their 1982 levels, which is the date of the original Time article. So why is the rate of infection down and not up? Well, they figure that sex education has helped, condom usage, even though they're not foolproof, and a decrease in risky sexual behavior among adolescents. I'm going to say that's a little strange. First of all, whenever we talk about condoms, we always have to like add on the end, even though they're not foolproof. Like condoms, even though they're not foolproof, even though it's not 100% safe. Right? Like right-to-lifers and right-wing Christians are always like, you know, the only way to be absolutely positive is abstinence. I guess it's for pregnancy, but it's not for disease, okay? I'm going to tell you right now, abstinence does not prevent you from getting STDs. Just ask a drug user, okay? Just ask anybody who happened to share the cup of someone who has type 2 herpes that they had in their mouth, because it can go from oral. Then, you know, you do something like you wipe your lip and touch your eye, or, you know, adjust your crotch because your underwear is too tight, and all of a sudden you have genital herpes. It's silly. It's absolutely silly. Anyway, oh yeah, and decrease in risky sexual behavior among adolescents. Really? They're doing less risky behavior? I thought kids are having sex earlier. Okay, number 2, what is worse, getting pricked by a needle or having a meth addiction? According to Sam Sanderson, an associate professor at the University of Nebraska Medical Center in Omaha, nobody likes to get sucked by a needle, it's no fun. But he's plowing ahead on a vaccine to get people off of meth by shooting them up with heroin. Okay, no. But he is working on a vaccine for meth. I would say that giving them an injection of heroin would probably fix their addiction to meth. They'd be a little distracted. And number 1, that's a spider bite on your arm, you think? Well, think again. It could be methicillin-resistant Staphylococcus aureus, or MRSA, a type of staph infection increasingly seen that is resistant to antibiotics used to treat skin infections. Anybody worried about the bug bite on their arm now, suddenly? Remember a few years ago, it was about, oh my god, it'd probably be 8 or 9 years ago now, there's this huge thing about the flesh-eating bacteria, this flesh-eating staph bacteria. This reminds me of that. It was a slow news month or something, because then all the news articles on television everywhere was like the flesh-eating bacteria, cases of flesh-eating bacteria. Except they always failed to tell you that there were no more cases of the flesh-eating bacteria that year than there ever had been. It was at the same level that it always had been at. So this is probably the same damn thing. It's a Staphylococcus bacteria, but it's no more prevalent than it had been. I don't know that for sure, but I'm not going to get worried. If you have a bug bite, you have a bug bite. Okay. Bye.